Rotherham is a typical northern industrial town, but now it's also known as the most shameful town in Britain. It's where hundreds of children and teenagers were groomed and sexually abused. Jessica was one of them. 16 years ago, the now 29-year-old was basically still a child when she met a man who turned out to belong to a gang whose members were largely of Pakistani origin.
He was 24, he was smartly dressed, and I was quite in awe of him. He was kind, he was funny, gentle, he'd make me laugh, he'd pay me compliments. He first of all came into my world and he found out everything there was to know about me, what music I liked, you know, who my friends were, my family were, what school I went to, what my interests were, my hobbies.
Jessica never suspected that this kind and friendly man, 10 years older than she was a drug dealer and child molester. She gave everything up for him, isolating herself from her friends and family. Only gradually did he start to reveal his true violent nature. Jessica, overwhelmed and helpless, went along with everything.
He used to beat me. I was anally raped, and at that age, I didn't even know it was physically possible to do that to someone.
Shame kept her from confiding in anyone, even her sister. But her parents, who had briefly met the man, sensed their daughter was suffering. Jessica's father would spend evenings searching the pubs and hotels of the city, trying to find his daughter, who sometimes disappeared for days at a time. Her family was gravely concerned and turned to police early on.
Yeah, they used to threaten to arrest my father for wasting police time when he used to go down to report it, and threaten to remove my dad from the police station.
That was the experience of many families in Rotherham, whose children fell into the grip of the Pakistani gangs of child molesters. Rumours were rife about the gang's criminal dealings. They victimised some 1,400 children and teenagers in Rotherham. But neighbours remained silent, and for years the police covered up for the perpetrators. Jane Senior was part of an independent youth project helping victims of sexual violence. She was one of those responsible for bringing the scandal to light.
What we also had is a lot of comments about it being a race issue and not wanting to upset our Muslim communities. What we've actually done is caused more damage to those communities than if we'd have actually gone into them communities 10 years ago and said, this is happening, can we work together?
Nearly 200 police officers in Rotherham are under investigation, but much remains unclear. There's a great deal of shame over the matter, and questions about the scandal are unwelcome, not just within the Muslim community.
Not right now, we've got a bus to catch, we've only just finished work, so we've got to go home. Sorry.
I can't talk about it, sorry.
The police commissioner has been failed to do his job. A lot of people in the council building has failed to do their jobs. And at the minute we have government who is in our town here basically, and who are solving things, which is good. And we hopefully it will get done soon. But what the media exactly, well, yeah, it makes it too big, I think.
Jessica was finally able to have her story heard, and with the help of a victim support organisation, she filed charges against her abuser, Rashid Hussain. He's been sentenced to 35 years in prison in one of the first trials against the Rotherham gangs. Jessica's mother did not live to see the sentencing. Her family believes she died of grief. The trial ended just 2 months ago, and Jessica hasn't yet recovered from her experiences. The best thing for her is to be with people she trusts.
I want to focus on my health and spending time with my family. The investigation's taken up so much of my life. It went on for 2.5 years.
Jessica intends to continue helping to uncover the child sex abuse scandal. She encourages other women to file charges against their abusers. But that activism has also made her a target of threats in Rotherham.